Chris Paul is going to be okay, you guys. I promise you. He called me when he was on the bench and said, hey, Suns Geek, I want you to tell all your Suns Geek subscribers that I'm going to be okay. Hey there, guys. My name is Brandon, a.k.a. Suns Geek, and if it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. That is
why are you proud? Why are you proud of being
as they are one game away from winning the series. Cheers to the Phoenix Suns.
I can't get my light plugged in. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good. I'll keep going. I'll try not to salt the wound too much, Reliable. By the way, I'm here with my guest, Reliable Rants, Lakers fan. How you doing, man? Go easy on him in the comments, y'all. This is my boy right here.
No, I'm just laughing. It's just funny. That was like a YMCA team right there.
We got things to talk about, man. I mean, there were some moments there, and I'm not too concerned with the Chris Paul injury. I mean, I think they were saying the only way to really, quote, heal this injury is to rest. And we saw that within games 2 to 4, and Chris Paul looked really good. The Wesley Matthews thing, I don't think that was intentional. No, I mean, there was even footage and media members going over to they showed Chris Paul and Wesley Matthews talking, and Chris Paul shook his hand and walked away. After Chris Paul had his Kobe moment. He got hurt, he rolled on the floor, he got up. I think the trainers did something to him. And then he shot his 2 free throws and walked off the court. And then after he went to the locker room, he was fine. He was talking to his teammates.
No, it was just like it was a little stinger. Like, it wasn't anything bad. I was scared for you when it first happened.
Oh,
No, but you guys are just gonna get like absolutely like destroyed next game.
I don't know, man.
I just want you to come back to LA with a furious LeBron James. I just like that's not gonna go well.
I mean, shouldn't LeBron have been furious tonight, man? I mean, like he gave up on his team.
No,
and I love LeBron James. I really do. I'll say that
we had no energy or any sort of motivation to win the game. It's like we all rolled out of bed and like we were all depressed. Like you guys, it's like it didn't look like it was an NBA team playing another NBA team. Like, but yeah, if we have AD next game and a furious LeBron James at Staples, yeah, you guys it's going to be over for you game 6. I'm not saying you're going to lose a series, but I'm just saying game 6, like you're not winning game 6 playing against a furious LeBron.
Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, tonight I think we saw a lot, and I'm not trying to criticize LeBron because he already gets enough of that. I actually really like LeBron James, but tonight, I didn't see that, and I understand it's a team game, and LeBron can't do it all.
I missed the first 2 minutes of the game, by the way, so like I didn't really see how the tone was set.
It was actually kind of a close game. I mean, at one point,
like 10-10.
Yeah, it was 10-10. The Suns weren't really shooting well from 3, but the Suns just kept going. I mean, Mikal Bridges had this one play where like he tapped it back in, and just the energy was good for the Suns. And then just all of a sudden, it was like a 15-point lead, and then a 20-point lead, and then a 30-point lead. It was insanity, man. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers right
our
here.
Role players were also so bad.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder, who I was praising.
Look, you can't expect anybody to play good with the energy that we were playing with. I also want to give a big shout out to Frank Vogel for being so ass of a coach. Like, the reason you guys are so good, or a big reason, is Monty Williams, because he's a great coach who has great energy and motivates his team, and his team trusts him. Frank Vogel is just another one of LeBron's coaches who is made terrible rotations, doesn't play Montrezl Harrell anymore, which is very stupid in my opinion at this point, and doesn't provide the team with any sort of motivation or energy. That's why we didn't get anything going. It looked like freaking an NBA team playing against a 3rd grade YMCA team. That's what it looked like.
I appreciate everybody who is in the chat. I'm with my guest and good friend, Reliable Rants. We are here to talk everything Phoenix Suns, Los Angeles Lakers game 5. But kind of like you said earlier, Reliable, is there really much to talk about? I mean, I have notes. There are some things I do want to talk about. but I feel like we might be here for 30 minutes. Like
also
really
going into this game, we knew we didn't have Anthony Davis, and that literally just said our mindset before the game. I don't care if anybody wants to say it. Our mindset before the game was we're going to lose this game. That was our mindset before the game.
Wow.
Everybody in the locker room thought that they were going to lose the game.
Right.
First of all, we are scared of that arena. Your fans are our worst nightmare. Like, I swear, just as a viewer, like, I'm scared.
Yep.
Like, I couldn't imagine being on that team playing against those fans.
And you know what? Props to the Phoenix Suns fans who were just there. Even when Chris Paul went down, like, yeah, the energy went down, but they were still there. They were still cheering as loud as they could. And obviously, I don't see everything that happens at Phoenix Suns games, but I'm hoping that there hasn't been any fan incidents like we've seen lately. So props to the Phoenix Suns fans. If you guys are going to the games, be on your best behavior. Don't throw anything at the players. Don't, have the best Phoenix Suns fan behavior you can. Be the best Phoenix Suns fans you can be. And let's go ahead and win Game 6 because
no. I'm just gonna tell you right now, there's no way that happens. And that's just not me being a salty Laker fan. That's knowing what a furious LeBron looks like. There's no way you guys win Game 6.
Let me just point something out, Reliable. And again, I'm not trying to salt the wound. I'm just pointing out the facts. There was one play, I think, third quarter with about 2:34 left. I forgot who had missed the shot, but LeBron, everyone else got back on defense, and LeBron walked right towards the bench. And again, I'm not trying to criticize the king. No, that showed me a lot. And what's your mindset, LeBron? I mean, what was that?
No, he does. He's been doing this. Come on,
and that's my point. Like,
if he knows he's not in the game, he's going to preserve his energy to the best of his ability.
And I get that, especially at LeBron's age, with that ankle injury.
Nothing new. That's nothing new for LeBron.
But that is unacceptable. I don't care if you're the king of the NBA. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Maybe that's just me. I hated seeing that. And I'm a Suns fan. I should be like, hell yeah, LeBron gave up on his team. But at the end of the day, I'm a basketball fan. Like, that's
no, and you realize no one on your team would ever do something like that, especially in the big moments right now.
Exactly.
It just shows the difference of the ball clubs. You guys are built totally different. With we're just a team with two of the best players in the world. You guys are a team. Okay, I'm just gonna admit it.
And you've been saying that too, and you're absolutely right.
We're a team with so Anthony Davis, I don't care if the medical squad tells him to not play. He needs to throw a bowl of soup at him and get on the court. All right. We can't win without Anthony Davis. We can't win because people look at the Lakers and think of LeBron. Our team is Anthony Davis. Our whole offense is Anthony Davis. So it's I don't want to. LeBron's not a sidekick, but when Anthony Davis has the ball, he's a sidekick. So we can't win without Anthony Davis, especially against you guys.
Right. And that's where, I don't know if I said this already, but I think it is fair to say that you guys cannot use Anthony Davis as an excuse, especially the petty, salty Lakers fans. No, because think about it. We didn't have Chris Paul now for what, 2.5 games? If you think about it, I'm just saying, I don't want Lakers fans coming at me saying, oh, we didn't have Anthony Davis. Blue. I don't care. You have LeBron fucking James, man.
Yeah. So look, we're a passionate Suns fan. No, we would be able to use the Anthony Davis as an excuse if we came out wanting to win.
Right.
But we didn't. So if we had the reason we lost was because of our energy and the way we played. But if we came out wanting to win, I don't think we would have been able to win this game no matter what without Anthony Davis. But if we came out wanting to win, the Anthony Davis excuse would be acceptable. I think we could both agree on that. But we just came out, Anthony Davis there or not, dog shit.
There is a side of me, too, that wishes Chris Paul was fully healthy, that wishes Anthony Davis was fully healthy, because we might be having a completely different conversation. You know what I mean?
I'm still confident that we'll win in 7 if we have a 50% Anthony Davis for 6 and 7. That's what the fuck?
Romp. Shout out to my boy Romp 2.0. I've been on this channel multiple times.
Romp, why isn't he joining?
So, by the way, we're almost at 11 minutes already, and I feel like we've talked about nothing. Live here with my guest, Reliable Rants. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, just like the Phoenix Suns destroyed the Lakers tonight.
That's pretty good.
Reliable, I hate to say this, man, but history shows that the team that wins Game 5 in a 2-2 series wins the series about 83% of the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the Lakers are going to come back. I'm sure the Lakers are going to – I'm sure Game 6 might suck for the Suns.
Did all the playoff series that went to Game 5 have the best player in the world in it?
That's where I wish I could do my homework, because –
And also, why are we looking at – I mean, look, there's no way LeBron loses Game 5. There's no way.
Game 6.
Yeah, my fault. Game 6. That's impossible, especially if we have Anthony Davis.
Do you have any thoughts? Because again, I'm just going down my notes here because really, what is there to talk about? Do you have any thoughts on LeBron? Now, this is just from my notes here. He's only averaging 21 points per game this series. It's his second lowest scoring mark in any playoff series since he had like nearly 18 when he was with the Heat. Do you have any thoughts on LeBron scoring this series? Like, what are?
Yeah, okay. First of all, he's not nearly 100%.
Right.
His look, high sprained ankles still take more time to heal than he's playing on the court. Also, he's definitely not putting in 100% effort on the court. Like you see him like when was there one time during this game where he sprinted? Was there one time during the series where he sprinted?
Maybe like once or twice.
Yeah, he's just not. The energy of the team is not motivating him to put 100% in. Because like he dribbles, he kicks out, we miss, and then LeBron gets mad. And at this point in his career, he's just I just think he'll only put in 100% when he absolutely needs to. So
like in Game 6,
exactly. So you guys are gonna get killed in Game 6. I'm not gonna confidently say we're gonna win the series, but I'm confidently gonna say if we have Anthony Davis, we're at home, so we're gonna win that.
You know what? I respect your passion, man. You know I respect you. But I have to respectfully disagree. I think Suns are just Game 6 might suck. They might make the adjustments they need to make, but I think the Suns are going to dominate this game. Jay Crowder started on LeBron tonight. Mikal Bridges on Dennis Schroeder. I saw a stat about Dennis Schroeder tonight. 0 points, 1 assist, 0 for 9 from the field. What is going on with Dennis Schroeder, man?
Nothing. There's nothing going on with Dennis Schroeder. Like, what did you expect him to play good with the energy in the arena tonight? Like,
I mean, I just thought he'd play a little better. I mean, he wasn't even that good in Game 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. Nothing's going on with Dennis Schroeder, man. We just need some sort of momentum, and then he'll be good.
I think when the Suns ran away with this game was early in the first. They went on an 11-0 run within the matter of like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The Lakers went scoreless for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That was a 16-0 run. I think Alex Caruso hit like a corner three.
There were so many Suns runs that I just can't even keep track of.
Devin Booker was attacking Marc Gasol and was successful like 90% of the time. Cam Payne and Devin Booker total had enough. Like they tied the Lakers in points at halftime, I think. I think Cam Payne had like 14. I had the stats somewhere. Yeah, here we go.
It was sad.
They had 28 points. They outscored the Lakers 26 points by themselves in the first quarter. Like Cam Payne has been amazing.
Has something like this ever happened to you guys during the regular season this year?
Like
I don't think Monty Williams would. Like if Monty Williams was coaching us, he wouldn't let this happen.
What do you mean? Like
he wouldn't let his
blowout?
No, he wouldn't let his team go out with absolutely no will to win or no energy. Because that's what happened today. I'm really disappointed in Frank Vogel. Like last year, I was praising him so much, but just seeing what he did without LeBron and AD during the regular season, I got a little iffy. And now during these playoffs, I'm like, bro, you're a terrible coach. You just have two of the best players in the world. So it's like just having a good coach would benefit us that much more. That's why if you guys still had Igor, whatever the hell his name was,
Kokoschka,
you wouldn't be. We can all agree you would not be in the situation you are right now.
Shout out to my brother who's in the chat. He says, "Nice game, son. Seen them play good with lots of energy." And you're talking about, that's actually my brother. Yeah, and you've been talking about it, Reliable. The Lakers didn't have energy. The Suns did from the tip off.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question for you, and I wish I thought of this, but it was Grant Hill who thought of it. He was on the broadcast. He mentioned, like, you guys lost Rondo, you lost Dwight Howard, somebody else who I'm completely forgetting. Do you think that's an issue? Because sure, LeBron was injured half the season. I get it, but like,
no. Okay, no, that's just a. Yeah, the biggest issue is what you just said. We because we started out the regular season looking like a championship team, right? And then when our LeBron went down, AD went down, all these players went down, that's when things started to get shaky, and we just never got back to 100%. Yeah, we lost Rondo. Yeah, we lost Rondo and oh my God, Rondo and Dwight Howard wouldn't do anything to change the game tonight. All right, we signed some good. I'd rather have personally Dennis Schroeder and Trez over Rondo and Dwight Howard. So it's like either or, that wouldn't change the situation of the series. Like those are just little things that don't matter. What matters is what mindset we're coming on the court with. That's at the end of the day, that's what matters. So obviously, the Lakers are a talent, like one of the most talented teams in the league. We can beat you guys. We can. It's just we won't with the how we're coming out and playing. Yeah, JaVale McGee. Too.
Yeah, JaVale McGee was somebody. And by the way, I love JaVale McGee despite all the Shaq and the Fool stuff. I think he's actually a really good player. I would have loved JaVale McGee on this team, to be honest with you. I think people forget that he went to the Warriors and won 2 championships, End of the first quarter, 34-26, so not necessarily a huge blowout. Booker at 18. And I was a little skeptical about Booker in the first because, yeah, he was like on fire and getting anything he's wanted. But we've seen that a lot this season where Booker got hot in the first and then just cooled down. But Cam Payne, man, if there was such thing as like a 6-man playoff MVP award or whatever, it'd go to Cam Payne. You know what I mean?
We need a campaign, man.
He's just been so good, and it's sure you could say it's the scoring, but it's just been his energy, just attacking. It was great. One thing I took a note on was in the first quarter, the Suns had 0 turnovers. Lakers had 4. I think in the third quarter, I'm going to kind of scroll down. I think in the third quarter, you guys had like 7. I think.
Yeah.
Did
we hear the stat? They said a stat about like if you guys didn't score in the third quarter, you'd still be up by 3.
Are you serious?
I didn't even hear that. They said that on the broadcast, and I just laughed. I just laughed.
It's funny because obviously when Chris Paul went down, the energy was sucked out, right? But like at the same time, I knew the Suns would continue to carry because there's been times, all season where the bench has shown up and won us games, believe that or not. I don't know if that's happened to the Lakers this season, but the bench has shown up and won us some games.
Yeah. I mean, our bench in the playoffs has been non-existent.
There was a lot of missed shots after Chris Paul went out, but I don't care. We were still up big. There were just so many insane plays. It was just amazing. I don't even.
And yeah, I know I've said Trez, Trez should get. I mean, look, Trez is a terrible defender. So I get why Vogel's not playing him, but at this point in the series, we need an energy boost.
That's what I was going to say. Bring him in for energy.
It's don't put him on Deandre Ayton. Don't try to get him out of the paint. Try to play him on the wings because he's a terrible defender. So, but we just need him at this point. We can't be playing Keith over Trez. It's just.
I was going to mention Keith later on when we go down the box score. Shout out to Daniel who's been in these live streams supporting. I appreciate you, Daniel. He said 29 assists with only 4 turnovers, and I want to confirm that. Yeah, he is right. We only had 4.
Especially for a young team. That's crazy.
Do I have to say anything else?
That's that's something you would think the 2011 Spurs would do. This is the Phoenix Suns who have a 22-year-old center and a young Devin Booker and a young everything.
It's funny you say that. I was talking to my sister about that. I was like, Devin Booker is still really young in NBA years. I'm like, Cameron Johnson's 24. DeAndre Ayton's 22. Yeah,
Cameron Johnson was just old coming out the draft.
Quote old.
For someone coming out the draft.
Yeah. Just incredible. Still looking at the numbers here. I don't even really know if I want to keep reading these numbers. I rather just would look at the box score. I mean, Markieff Morris started tonight. He only had 4 points, only played 10 minutes. Frank Vogel's got to do something because I'm looking at the numbers. Drummond, How did you think Andre Drummond did tonight? 13 boards, 22 minutes.
No, I feel like his
turnovers, 3
like
fouls.
he came to kind of play, but he was missing so many shots, like in the paint. Like you saw, like him on Ayton. Ayton did a kind of a good job on him tonight. Like he was just missing so many little buckets in the paint. So, and when your leader is like, look, when your leader LeBron James doesn't want to show up, how do you expect the other surrounding players to want to show up, right? So it's just a domino effect. So yeah, that's just how it played out. Like I don't blame Dennis Schroeder. I don't blame Andre Drummond. I don't blame Caruso. I don't blame THT. I don't blame anybody else because it's LeBron who has to set the tone. So it's
absolutely.
Like,
I agree with you.
You see, like when he comes out ready to play, everybody else is ready to play. That's just how leadership works, just in a general.
And that's why I'm kind of being criticizing LeBron on the whole, like, he just walked off the court, and Torrey Craig had that fast break dunk, and that's unacceptable. Because you even said it, like if a Suns player did that, that would be all we would be talking about during this live stream.
And no, okay, just like look, LeBron, like if he doesn't, like this is gonna sound crazy, if he doesn't come out next game and want to win, like that'll like hit his
tarnish his
it should hit his legacy.
Oh yeah,
because like that's just I know
I don't think it should like ruin his legacy, but it will stain it. It will salt it.
Obviously, I just think it'll show a lot about who he is, like as a player at this age, day and age. I'm not saying anything about LeBron being obviously this tarnishing his legacy. I'm just saying it should show a lot about like who he is at this day and age as a player. Like if he doesn't come out wanting to win, like man, like you think MJ would ever do something like that?
Exactly.
You think?
Thank you for bringing that up. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. You might have seen it during the whole Bad Boys era. The Detroit Pistons and those battles they had with the Bulls. The Pistons were criticized because Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, that whole team, they walked off the court after the Bulls beat them before the game even ended. So it's little things like that, man. And again, Suns fans might hate me. I love LeBron James. I'm sorry, I do, but like he's one of the greatest players of all time. But like, you can't do that stuff, man.
I mean, yeah. If we look at some of the other all-time greats, like modern all-time greats, would you would you ever think of Kobe coming out not wanting to win?
No.
Right? Like that just wouldn't.
Kevin Garnett or something like that. You think Kevin Garnett would have ever done that? I have no
doubt in my mind LeBron, if he has AD, is going to win this game. I have no doubt that he's going to come out and play. But I mean, if he doesn't, if he plays like he did this game, then like I'm just going to be straight. That's just. Like that's going to be a downhill scenario for the Lakers in the future.
Right. Shout out to Michael Rhodes, who I did want to talk about this. I had this in my notes. I forgot the number. I'll look up Ayton's numbers after. But in the last 35 years, the only players with 75 plus points, 50 boards through the first 4 career playoff games are DeAndre Ayton, Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing.
I hate stats like this.
I love them.
I hate them. It doesn't determine the future of the player.
I know.
Like you'll see stats.
That's still a great category to be in, man.
Sure, but you'll literally see there's stats out there where freaking Torrey Craig will be in a stat category with Magic Johnson and freaking Kareem. Like that has nothing to do with it.
You're
like
right.
I'm not like downing DeAndre Ayton as a player. I'm just saying like, bro, some of these are a little stupid. The only reason they're putting the stats out there is because this player is in a category with this player for this random ass stat.
And you know what? In all fairness, 8 in 27 minutes tonight, 8 points, 7 boards. But like, did we really need DeAndre Ayton tonight? I think he probably could have sat. You know what I mean? Like
he played fine. He played fine.
That's the thing. Like I did watch him closely. Like he played well. He had one play on LeBron where like he threw his body into him and blocked his shot.
Good. He played good. There's nothing to blame about DeAndre Ayton. Like you can't blame anybody on the team.
Exactly. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm still looking at the box score here. LeBron 24, 7 assists, 5 rebounds.
The only
9 for 19 from the field. Go ahead.
The only player that didn't play on your team was Tyshawn Alexander.
Are you serious? Oh yeah, I'm looking at the box score.
And then Abdel Nader, who's injured. But
yeah, he's out for the rest of the year, sadly. And speaking of Abdel Nader, I obviously don't have any inside information on this. I think he might be gone next year because we brought in Torrey Craig. I don't know.
Actually, a rotational player.
Kind of. I made a video saying he's making his way into the rotation, and then like maybe a month after that, he just got out of the rotation.
Sun's future is over. Freaking Abdel Nader left.
It's funny, man. I keep seeing like this random draft stuff that pops up here and there, and I just don't care. I'm just like, focus on these things.
Like, if my team made the playoffs for the first time in 10 years, and I'm just so used to having the first, second, third, fourth pick, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to hear it anymore. We're not in that situation.
Dude, if my team made the second round of the playoffs last year, I wouldn't care about the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Maybe we can read some of these. There's so many comments. We got 100.
If you see any comments, let me know. Thank you so much to everybody who's in here. By the way, we've got over 100 people. That's amazing. You guys are all amazing. Ask some questions because I'm trying to find stuff to talk about here because there's really nothing. I can keep reading you the numbers all day, but this game was just a blowout, man.
Yeah,
Roy
asked if AD is going to play next game. We honestly don't know. I mean, I'm not in the Lakers.
Yeah, I saw that question from Roy about AD.
Yeah, I mean, look, no one knows. I just think if we want to have a chance, like either we call it quits now or we don't, because it's like if we sit out Anthony Davis for another game, that's calling it quits. That's just calling it quits. So it's like we either force him to play or not force. We either say you have to play or we don't, because it's just that point right now.
And here's the thing. Monty Williams talked about this. This kind of brings up my next point, was like the Suns were due for a good 3-point shooting night. And Daniel kind of mentions this question. Do you think Book will have a good game next game? He hasn't been doing so far. I can't read. Hasn't been doing so hot so far in the away games. But here's the thing. Devin Booker showed up tonight. And he showed up in basically the first half. I don't even know if he played much of the third and fourth.
I think he got way too much heat for that game 4, just in my opinion.
And here's the thing. He's going to struggle.
Remember Romp was going nuts. Like he played bad. He played bad game 4, but like, look, we have to talk about LeBron way more than we talked about D-Book playing bad in that game. Mm-hmm. Like, look, D-Book still came out with the same attitude, same mentality. Like, he just missed a lot of shots. And
we still had 17, and there's been lots of games where he's had 17 and we won.
Yeah, we game planned towards him, and we were at home. So it's like, I don't know. This, like, game 5s are almost must win. So in a must win game, when LeBron James is coming out not wanting to win, like, how is that not getting as much heat as Devin Booker just shooting an off night?
Exactly. Speaking of that, thank you for bringing that up. Game 4 was obviously a huge must-win for the Suns, and they took care of business. They won on the road. During the first quarter and throughout the day, I was like, man, this is really a must-win. Not only because of the historical stat behind it, but just because if we lose, we go back to Game 6 in LA.
Yeah, that would be it.
Once the Suns were up 30, I was like, okay, we're good. I don't really know where I was going with that, but
as a Lakers fan, I knew you were good after when there was 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
My friend texted me because I was like, "Oh my god, hold this lead." He's like, "Dude, we're fine." We're gonna hold this lead.
I mean, look, LeBron, if team is down by more than 30 and they're halfway through the second quarter, like LeBron is not gonna, especially at this point in his career, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait till next.
That would have been one of the most embarrassing comebacks, you know what I mean? If the Lakers would have came back.
Obviously, we know LeBron has just had a higher.
I would have cried. I would have been on the live stream crying
of everybody, but he can't just come back against a team like this. Like, this is a great team who plays as a team. Again, I'll say it again. We're not a team. We're a team with 2 of the best players in the world. So you guys are a team.
And I know you disagree with me on this. Well, really, you disagree with Grant Hill, but that's why I mentioned the Rondo thing, man, and the JaVale McGee and the Dwight Howard, because that's experience. That's championship experience.
Sure.
And you can't blame it on Frank Vogel. Like, we can. GM got rid of him. They got rid of them.
Oh, no, on that. Look, I'm just saying that's not the X factor. Like having a Rajon Rondo, having a Dwight Howard, yeah, sure, that'd help with experience, but that's not the X factor.
Right.
At the end of the day, would that help us come out with a bunch of energy? Like, look,
maybe.
maybe.
I don't know.
But like, look, Rondo obviously was great for us in the playoffs, but that's just not the X factor. That's not the X factor.
Right. Okay, let me keep looking at the numbers here. You want to know something crazy? Even though the Suns were due, and they got it for a big 3-point night, the Suns somehow shot 33% from three. But I will say this.
I mean, you guys were
that's actually good for this series because Monty Williams said, let it fly. Because the Suns haven't been doing that. I don't remember the last time the Suns put up 42 threes in a game. So even though the percentage might look bad on paper, I don't care.
Yeah, you guys were just playing free.
We had like 8 threes at one point, and I just was like relieved. I was like, wow, that's what it feels like to hit 3-point shots. And in all fairness, you guys had 12 threes tonight.
No, no.
It didn't feel like you guys did.
So many open shots, and we missed so many of them. Alex Caruso doesn't know I don't think he's made a 3 since game 1. Like
he can hit those corner threes.
Yeah, I mean he's a capable shooter.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have KCP tonight. I thought that was gonna be we did, but he got.
I think after halftime, I don't really know how much of an impact he was when he was in the game.
He's been a brick this season. He's literally been like clay, like a brick.
Ooh.
Like no clay, as in like that's what bricks are made of.
Oh yeah, I was like, whoa,
calm down. That was a bad analogy. I don't even. Is that an analogy? Holy shit, I don't know. No, yeah, but like I don't know. I just think we need an energy boost, and that's not going to come from Frank Vogel because he's proven to not have that impact on the players at this point in his coaching career. So it's going to have to come from somebody. I think it's going to have to come from LeBron. But yeah, if we don't have AD, like we're not going to win the series because we might win Game 6 because LeBron will go Super Saiyan mode. But like I don't see us winning 2 consecutive games without Anthony Davis. There's no way that happened. Maybe against another playoff team, not against you guys.
Right. Yeah. We kind of read the stat earlier. 29 assists, 4 turnovers, but also, even though I was talking about Ayton earlier, we had 44 points in the paint somehow.
Yeah.
The Suns had a lot of fouls, but you guys had 25 fouls, and really, I think it was your guys' turnovers. You had 17 turnovers. That's insane. When the Suns have 12 turnovers, it's a big deal.
Yeah, what do you want me to say? I mean, like at this point, it's just this is what comes with not wanting to play basketball. Like we would rather before the game, if everybody was speaking truthfully, if the coach asked, "Do you want to play basketball right now?" the answer would be no. So it's like that's what comes with. That's just a side effect, That's just topping of that. It's just like if you're not wanting to play basketball, you're not going to have positive effects on the game when you're playing basketball. Therefore, you're going to have negative effects on the game, which results in turnovers, missed shots, bad energy, bad defense, all of that. And that's exactly what happened to everything tonight.
Yeah,
it's like a doctor looking at someone's symptoms.
Michael brings up my next point here. Mikal Bridges was really aggressive tonight. He had 30 minutes, 13 points, 3 rebounds. I can't read. Mikal Bridges, 30 minutes. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, all while guarding, for the most, kind of LeBron James. I mean, they were switching. Torrey Craig was on him for a while, Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges. Anytime he's aggressive and can have a decent shooting night, even if it is just 13 points, which I think that's his season average is 13, then that's huge. Our bench showed up tonight. I mean, Frank Kaminsky gave us some decent minutes. Dario Saric came in at the end and somehow hit a fadeaway corner.
Oh, yeah. I was laughing at
dude, that. Does that not sum up this game? Because Dario has been horrible lately. And it was Javon Carter, who I love. Shout out to Mama Carter, too. His mom is awesome on social media and all that. But he was like doing this dribble play. He was getting out of control. Dished it off to Dario, and Dario throws it up. And I'm like,
just hits it.
I'm like, if there was one play, I think, at halftime where, Mikal Bridges almost hit a buzzer beater 3 at halftime. I was like, if that would have went in, I would have just shut off the TV. Seriously.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. I mean, there were so many opportunities to shut off the TV beforehand, but
Shout out to fellow NBA and Sixers content creator, the Daily Drip. He's been on my channel once. He says, sheesh, 145 people. Let's get 145 likes.
I guess this one met the algorithm, man. Like, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I mean, the fact that you guys are watching and listening to us, and I'm trying to get a good show here with such limited topics, but I'm just so happy and excited. But shout out to the Daily Drip. Go check out his Sixers channel. He's also an Eagles fan. Nice guy too. He's been on this channel. He's a nice guy. And shout out to Colin with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate you. Colin says, Sons Geek, I am 46 and I've been a diehard Phoenix since the Cotton Express. Shout out to the late great Cotton Fitzsimmons.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, he's a Hall of Fame coach, man. I think he's actually going to the Hall of Fame in 2021. I'm a lifelong Laker hater. This is the greatest day of my life.
No, the greatest day of your life will come when you beat us in Game 7 if we keep playing with it.
Colin, thank you so much for the super chat. You totally didn't have to do that. By the way, guys, if you want to donate with Super Chat, I would really appreciate that. You guys are all awesome just for watching. Shout out to Coda Kid, long time supporter of mine. Yeah, Colin, shout out to the late, great Cotton Fitzsimmons. Shout out to Paul Westball, too. He was our coach when we went to the finals.
Can I say one thing? I feel like nothing serious happened to Chris Paul tonight. I honestly think it was just
fingers crossed. Praying. No. I'm praying for that.
Just as a viewer, like it looks like either he was trying to show the world that he's okay, or he's actually okay. Because I honestly don't think anything serious happened tonight with that injury. I just think it was he just re-aggravated it. It's not going to hold him out of a game. I just don't think so.
Here's why I agree with you. Because one, like I mentioned earlier, the quote Kobe moment. He was down for maybe a minute. He got right back up by himself.
Yeah. I just think that he had a moment.
Go ahead. They did some stuff to him for maybe about another minute, and then he went to the free throw line, drained those free throws, and then walked off. And then afterwards, if he was really that hurt, he wouldn't be going up to Wesley Matthews or whoever and shaking his hand and then talking to campaign on the sidelines. And again, I'm not saying I have his injury because they say he has a shoulder contusion, but I do have kind of a messed up arm because of a shoulder injury. And I was out for a week and even longer. It takes a lot out of you, man. I can't do any push-ups right now. So I think Chris Paul's going to be fine. I'm praying.
I think he had a moment on the ground. I just think he had a moment of realization where it was just like, I'm okay. I think he had one of those moments where he's like, okay, this is nothing bad. Because I just think you just saw him get up and just have a moment of relief knowing that he was going to be okay.
Absolutely. That's why everyone should Hulk smash the like button for Chris Paul right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Chris Paul can't play, he won't play. But if there's any way he could get into the basketball game, he's going to play. So honestly, it looks like he'll be available. You could have a sort of game 2 Chris Paul maybe, but he'll still probably be on the floor.
I made a whole video and I had to do my homework too because Chris Paul, he said on the broadcast too, he was like, I told Monty Williams respectfully, hell no. And he said if I don't look right, take me out. Monty Williams even talked to GM James Jones about it. He said should we play him? And obviously, you're not going to bench Chris Paul. Yeah. Now, obviously, if he was going out there with 5 turnovers and couldn't shoot and was slow, take him out. But he looked good. Yeah. And even today, before he got hurt, he looked okay.
He still had the Chris Paul effect.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, man. It's the Chris Paul effect. Go ahead with what you're.
Did he actually tweet Suns in 6? He actually tweeted that.
He got hacked. Okay. I have all the screenshots. It's not just me.
Wait, didn't he already get hacked before that?
I don't know, but this happened the other night. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I thought he got hacked before that, and they posted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and there was multiple people who reposted it. It probably lasted 30 minutes, and then they just fixed it. They took down all the tweets, but obviously everybody screenshotted them.
Yeah.
So I kept that legendary tweet. um,
Imagine a player actually tweeting that.
dude, if Chris Paul of all people tweeted that, like,
Yeah,
I
that's
love
great.
it, man. That's why I wish I had the upgraded StreamYard stuff because I could show you guys that, but I can't do it. Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know. Just what an incredible night, man. For me, anyways. Not for you necessarily, but
No, honestly, like I knew it was over after the first quarter. Just knowing this team, like especially knowing LeBron, like if we don't have if I can tell if we have a chance to win by the beginning of either the first quarter or the first half. I mean, or the beginning of the second half. So once we came out the beginning of the second half the same way, I could have turned the TV off. Like I didn't know how LeBron operates. I just know like he's not gonna put the effort in to win if he's already down bad. Like he's already dug a hole in a game. So it's like if he sees a possible way to come back and he has the energy for it, he's gonna say, "Fuck it, let's do it." But at this game, he didn't see that opportunity because there was no opportunity.
And I'd be lying if like part of me was a little nervous about like the third quarter, but like 2 minutes in, I was like, we're good. Real quick, shout out to another fellow NBA content creator, one of the biggest Sixers fans I know, Philly Take with RB. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you swinging by. Great content creator. Go check out his channel. Check out the Daily Drip. Check out Romp 2.0. All friends of the channel.
Guy sucks.
Romp 2.0. Yeah, he didn't even want to come on the stream, man. Oh man, I wish I had more to talk about because we got like a record number of people in here.
Yeah, maybe there's a lot of chats. Maybe you can read what they're
trying. Man, there's so many. Go ahead and ask us questions, guys. I mean, is it worth Davis re-injuring himself to help the Lakers win game 6?
Yeah. This is why we don't have anything. I mean, look, the only reason it'd not be worth it if we're looking at the future of next season with Anthony Davis.
Right.
But I just think, look, if he has any sort of opportunity to play,
like Chris Paul,
he plays. If we want to stay in this playoffs, we have to play him. So, like, if is it worth it? Yeah, it'd have to be worth it because we have nothing else to lose. Like, it won't be worth it if it's the middle of a regular season and we're in a good position. But no, we're in a terrible position, and it's win or go home. So it's like, what other situation would be better situation for him to play? So it's like, unless we're worrying about his health for next season, or if there's
which
like
I doubt because it's the playoffs.
or if there's like a really, really, really serious chance of like extreme re-injury, then like, bro, like he's got to be on the floor. Right. Like there's no other scenario that's more important than this in a basketball game for him to play.
Daniel's one of the MVPs of this chat, by the way, says, who do the Suns match up better against, Blazers or Nuggets? I think the Blazers because we swept them this season. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Maybe the Blazers because I mean Nikola Jokic is arguably the MVP, but they don't have Jamal Murray in Denver. I don't know.
No,
they beat us this year. They were good against us.
You guys would be matched up better with Denver.
Shout out to Philly Take RB with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, brother.
I just think you'd match up better with Denver. Just because of the fact that I feel like you guys are really good at game planning towards people. So the Trailblazers have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of different weapons.
Dude, look what Damian Lillard did tonight. That was insane.
55. So it's like there's no stopping Damian Lillard. There's no stopping Jokic. But at the same time, I feel like Monty can construct a game plan where you can contain him and just guard Michael Porter Jr.'s threes.
Yeah, he's been playing great.
And just do what you do on the offensive end. You guys are already a great defensive team. But there's no stopping Damon CJ and also Enes Kanter and Yusuf Nurkic and Robert Covington and all that. So it's like, I just think there's more weapons to stop on Portland. And since you guys are already a great defensive team and a well-coached team, I just think, stopping Jokic is just like a priority that I just think you guys can accomplish. Like not stopping him, but again, containing him.
Roy says, Geek said Jalen Smith will not play, and he did. I won't lie. I was one of those people. I'm like, Jalen Smith isn't going to sniff the playoffs. But it was a 30-point blowout. Come on, Roy. I love you, man. I remember
the announcer was like, Jalen Smith, the talented 10th pick.
Please don't hate me, Jalen Smith. I know I sound like a Jalen Smith.
The talented 10th pick. Yeah, sure. I mean,
the Daily Drip says, I thought former Sixer for 10 minutes. Mikal Bridges was awesome.
That's funny. Yeah,
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We have a spontaneous guest entering the chat here. I don't know if I should let him in if you catch my drift. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
You don't know what I'm talking about? It's
Wait,
Romp 2.0.
Oh,
Romp, how you doing,
What's up, guys?
man? We got some of your boys in here. You know, Philly take with RB, the Daily Drip, man.
Suns
frog
Geek.
face looking ass.
The Lakers are 0-3 when I wear this sweatshirt.
Keep wearing that.
Every time I wear this sweatshirt, the Lakers lose.
I like how Romp just like sneaks his way into the chat, just like
Oh, you're looking like a freaking beluga whale.
When you were asking, I was in the shower, just listening to music, enjoying my time.
Oh, that's your excuse. Okay.
I was in the shower, bro. Come on now.
Come on, bro.
You didn't even warn me today.
Bro, you were in the shower during one of the greatest Phoenix Suns playoff games of all time.
Bro, you were in the shower when there's
No,
150
when you asked me. And I'm like,
yeah.
you know, I take my time in the shower.
Steven. Yo, it's Romp. Where did he come from?
Hey, Romp, can we talk about the Sixers Wizards for a second?
Life sucks, man.
Dude,
Bro,
you said they were
most-
going to lose a game.
This is the most not bipolar person I've ever seen.
Dude, injuries suck, bro.
I know.
If Embiid's not healthy, we're nothing. It's kind of like how AD is, you know,
Yeah.
with the what's with LeBron though? Like he quit on the team in the second quarter.
That's what I was going to ask you.
He quit on the team before the game started.
That's what I was going to ask you, Romp. What did you see out of the Lakers tonight, man? What happened?
LeBron didn't show up, so the whole team didn't show up. If your leader's not going to show up, why should I show up?
That's literally what I was saying earlier. That's exactly
It's
what I was
like
saying.
I feel bad for Reliable because that was just an embarrassing performance.
Yeah, no, like I knew we were gonna get our ass completely whooped in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Daniel's the MVP, man.
We always have these games where we always come out. we always have these games where we come out the gates not wanting to win, not wanting to play, and it's like I'm just not gonna reiterate myself because Romp's here. You know, I'm just not gonna reiterate myself. He can watch the video back to see my.
Are you guys out of topics because the game was such a dud?
No, I kind of wanted to. I mean, look, I thought we were gonna only talk about this for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden we get 155 people, and I'm like, oh shit.
Thank you guys so much for everybody who's here, man. I mean, we got some Philadelphia 76ers YouTube legends here.
Sixers versus Suns finals, bro. Imagine that live stream.
Dude.
Hey, Rob, I'll pay you a couple $100 for you to ship that out right now to me.
What, this hoodie?
Yeah.
No, this hoodie's special, bro. It's comfy. It kind of smells bad. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't cleaned it in a bit, but I don't think I can clean it. Should I clean it, Suns?
Yeah, you should probably.
Don't clean it, man. Don't jinx it.
No, I can't jinx the Suns.
I don't know
if we play the Sixers, though, bro. I'm throwing this hoodie out. I'm burning it.
Oh my god, Deandre Ayton's going to get assaulted. It's not going to be funny. It's going to be sad, serious, sad.
Did you guys see Dame tonight, though?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was actually watching that game in the first, the last 5 minutes of the game.
Would I do anything for a point guard that shoots?
I hate to keep changing subject here. Romp, do you think the Lakers are going to? Do you think the Lakers are going to respond in Game 6 with or without AD? I don't care if Anthony Davis plays.
No, the way the Suns are playing, even if they respond, this is the Suns of the regular season.
Bro, you forget we have LeBron James.
Yeah, but LeBron James playing like a little.
Yes, but
like a little baby.
LeBron doesn't go out, play like shit one game, and then come out, play like shit the other game. That's not what he does during the playoffs. So it's he's gonna come out wanting to kill. And if we have Anthony Davis, we're 100% winning that game. If we don't, I think it'll be 50-50, but I'm still confident LeBron will just come out and win.
Sixers man. Campaign. What's Campaign's contract?
Dude, even Reliable said he wants Campaign on his team, man.
It's just I just want any sort of energy, any sort of will to win.
The Lakers have no will.
Oh yeah, 100%. I just hate Frank Vogel. I hate Frank Vogel.
Dude, what's with you and Wesley Matthews? That dude runs like he's got buckets on his feet.
What?
He runs so slow and he's just terrible at defense. But honestly, no one can guard Dude, no one can guard Campaign.
How is he terrible at? He's one of our best perimeter defenders.
Dude, he moves like he's like, I don't even know. It's like he's at 250 pounds the way he moves laterally.
Romp, you move like you just got done playing kickball with grenades.
The
bro.
Daily Drip says
What?
it feels like destiny now with at Philly Take with RB. Suns Geek Finals collab with Sixers YouTube. Seriously.
That would break the YouTube algorithm.
Yep. We'd get like trillions of views.
Dude,
oh man.
What do
Booker
the
was
Lakers
on
do
pace to
about
score
Campaign?
70.
You said what?
What do the Lakers do about Campaign? Because that dude can get into the paint whenever he wants.
LeBron
to.
James can't guard
Bro,
Campaign.
I hate when he bro, he sets like charges too. Like he's just like, oh my god, he's just like I just hate him as a Laker fan with heart and soul and passion.
In 19 minutes tonight, he had 16 points and he had 2 threes, but still, those 2 threes were big.
Playing free, man. Playing free.
And he's just seizing his opportunity, man. He's aggressive and he just plays hard, dude.
X.
He's been doing that since the bubble. I love Campaign.
Dude, you guys got to stop playing Alex Caruso.
No, dude, he's a pesky defender on Booker.
Okay. Anybody that isn't LeBron doesn't need an excuse. Because look, anybody that isn't LeBron wasn't supposed to show up tonight. Because if LeBron's not showing up, then we're not showing up. So it's like, Dennis Schroeder, you drop 0 points. Fine. It's not your fault.
What's with Schroeder, bro?
No.
That's what I was saying.
Caruso, you're not hitting anything. It's not your fault. Anybody. Ben Latimore, you're not hitting anything.
They started off so hot, though.
It's none of their fault. Because it's like, bro, how do you expect them to play good when their leader doesn't want to win? That just is impossible. If a leader that doesn't want to win passes someone the ball, they're gonna be like, shit, like I don't want to make this. Like that's just how it's gonna work.
I feel that. I think LeBron he can't get to the rim anymore. It's just
Bro,
like
he just didn't. Come on,
he just doesn't like he can, but he just didn't want to.
Okay,
tonight.
let's just watch Game 6 together.
Actually, the Suns' defense packed the paint, and no one was hitting shots. So LeBron and the Suns were actually hitting shots.
And it was the Suns' defense. They were clogging the lanes.
Remember when I said the Suns, the Lakers weren't winning the series? It's like the Suns were losing it because they were just missing open threes like all series long, from like Game 1 to like Game 4 until the second half. Like until the second half, and now the Suns are a completely different team. You know what I'm saying, Suns Geek?
Yeah.
Dude, there was one stretch where I swear to God, like the Lakers were stuck at 27 points.
We finished at the half with 36 points.
I was gonna say that the Lakers, like,
oh my god,
the Lakers.
What a compliment!
They didn't have.
Someone just called me Luka.
The Lakers didn't have 70 points until the 7:34 mark of I think the third quarter. They didn't have 70 points until like midway in the third.
And also, I mean, like, look, we had 36 in the first half. We finished with what did we finish with? 85. It's funny to think we had almost the same amount of points we had in Game 1.
This was the highest scoring game for the Suns tonight in this series, and the lowest.
That's not what we're talking about. Okay.
I feel like no,
it is what we're talking about.
No, I was just saying something about how we had almost the same amount of points as we did Game 1.
I feel like the Suns.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I feel like the Suns beat them too bad, though.
Yeah, I agree.
The Lakers have to respond now. Like, it was embarrassing. Like, they got,
Bro, trust me, we're going to respond. All right? There's no need to worry.
If they don't respond, bro.
There's no need to worry. Bro, if LeBron doesn't respond, this should do something to his legacy. This should do something to it.
Because he's already
still
number 2, He's
this isn't going to do anything major to his legacy, obviously, but this should. Because, look, would Kobe ever come out after a huge playoff loss and then just not show up? Would MJ ever come out after a huge playoff loss, not show up?
Larry Bird.
Would Larry? Yeah, sure. Larry Bird, Shaq, anybody, name them. Would Magic ever come out? No. So it's you got to come out with wanting to win next game.
The Suns media is tweeting and stuff, and they're basically they're pointing out the obvious. Like Devin Booker's every game is my biggest game for the playoffs. Chris Paul, people are saying it's going to be the toughest game of the series in Game 6. But like, I think the Sun reliable. You've kind of been saying this too. Earlier in the series, you were like, it's all about how you start in Game 6. It's all about how the Suns start, because if they even get remotely down 10, I'll be nervous. But
I really stick by the fact that in NBA games, it's how you start.
Yep.
Obviously, it's how you finish, but it's
for the Suns. That is the biggest key, is starting off the game good, man.
Yeah, I feel that. Just like how the Sixers need to do that in Game 5.
Don't talk about the Sixers right now.
Romp, you said the Sixers were going to lose the game, but you did say
no. But I did not say Embiid was going to get injured. And Embiid got injured. Now it sucks. Life is terrible right now,
bro. You're going to win the series. God damn it, chill out.
It's not about the series. It's about Embiid being healthy, because
we're
literally like a kindergarten team without Embiid.
That's how we were tonight.
Bridges was everywhere.
And we were like the disabled team.
Yeah, Bridges woke up like finally.
The freaking wheelchair Olympic team would beat us.
No, that's too far.
Here's a good question from Daniel, and we kind of talked about this earlier, reliable, and I want to take this one first. I was going to ask that if LeBron loses in the first round, which he's never done, how much will this impact the GOAT conversation?
I honestly think it's not about. Go ahead.
He says, how much will this impact the GOAT conversation? At the end of the day, dude, it's all about NBA championships. Why do you think like John Stockton and all these other legends that won 0 rings don't get talked about more? It's all about championships. Sure, like reliable, we said this. If the Lakers lose this series, it's going to stain his GOAT conversation. But again, it's all about championships.
No, I think it's not about the series. It's just about him being in a situation and not showing up. Like being like he's one of the best players of all time. In a lot of people's eyes, he's the best player of all time. So like,
yes, Matthew, I'm drinking.
him not showing up in a situation is that's something that no other GOAT would do, right? Name another person in the GOAT conversation who would just not show up in a game that matters the most. Right? Like there's none. So it's like that should. I agree with whoever said that. And
that was Daniel, who's been one of the MVP members of this chat.
Yeah. And it's I mean, I think it's the way.
That was a good question, Daniel. Thank you.
It'll just be the way he loses in the first round. Like if he does everything he can, like sure. But like if LeBron doesn't show up again, like that's just bullshit. Like
so hypothetically speaking, say the Suns win. Sunsky, who would you rather face? And same with you, reliable, with the Lakers. Who would you rather face, Nuggets or Blazers?
We kind of talked about that earlier, but we didn't talk about the Lakers verse. And then what do you think, reliable? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I don't want to play Damian Lillard. Last thing I want to do.
Did you see him tonight?
Yeah, God damn it.
That man was on fire. He was
burning 55 points and 12 threes, and he had 10 assists.
I'd rather look. We have terrible. I mean, look, if we have Anthony Davis, I'd rather play the Nuggets. I just think that the Blazers are a better team than the Nuggets, especially without Jamal Murray.
Blazers got a terrible coach though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Dude, their roster's so good. They should be like a top 2 seed, but their coach is horrendous. Sure. He's losing. The Blazers are losing to a team with Austin Rivers in the starting lineup and Marcus Howard, a rookie. I think they drafted him in the second round.
That guy can shoot.
Legitly playing minutes, and they are losing. Like Terry Stotts needs to go.
Yeah,
Philly take with RB.
Terrible.
It's like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. It would be not an easy matchup for us.
Philly take with RB says LeBron is going back to Cleveland in a few years when the Cavs draft Bronny James #1.
It would be like Philly's luck to get LeBron when he's like just awful. Like we'll get him when he's like 45. And we'll think he's like prime LeBron, and he'll let us down. That's the Sixers' luck.
Guys, we've been basically going for an hour. I don't really know if there's anything else to talk about.
Bucks or Nets?
Nets.
Can you elaborate?
James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. 2 of those guys won MVPs.
That would be the most legendary match. Like
those guys can give you 90 points at any given night. If the Nets can play some defense, but
I was about to say what world can they play defense?
I think my man Flex from Jersey was saying this tonight. He was saying that PJ Tucker and Drew Holiday, man, they can lock people up. So I agree. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a series. What do you guys think?
Giannis is Defensive Player of the Year, so it's like the Nets can't play defense. That's the thing that would hold them back.
I totally forgot that Giannis did win Defensive Player of the Year.
Look, the Nets were I'd say probably the most talented team of all time, just on the offensive end. Maybe obviously the Warriors team, but defense.
And I don't think 7 seconds or less, Suns.
I don't think they can stop the Bucks. I don't think they can stop them. Can their offense overpower the Bucks? That's just the only question that needs to be answered.
Matthew, thank you so much for the $1. I think that's a super chat. I've never seen that blue one before, but cheers to you, man. I appreciate you.
Shout out, Matthew.
I'll buy you a beer one day, Matthew.
I got the hottest take ever. I got the Bucks in 5.
Yeah.
What?
I got the Bucks in 5.
Oh God. Here we go. I'm gonna full screen you for that one. You're getting full screen.
No,
yeah, we were talking about
it's either gonna go like this. The Nets are just gonna overpower them and they're gonna win in 5, or the Bucks are gonna win in 5. I don't think it's gonna be. I think once we're 2 games in that series, I think it's gonna be obvious who's the better team. I just think the Bucks defense is gonna overpower. Well, not overpower, but just kind of stifle the Nets offense. And the Nets have no answer for Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. That's just what I think. I mean, obviously it could go the other way, and the Nets could just be too much on the offensive end of the floor. I honestly don't know, but for some reason my gut is telling me Bucks in 5. So I got to be real. I could look like an idiot, but that's just what I think.
I can agree with Bucks winning the series, bro. Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving are not going to go down in 5. Right? You can't tell me they're going to go down in 5.
I mean, I don't know. Do they have that? Man. Do they have that?
It's just because they have the best matchups for the Nets. Drew Holiday is probably. If I could pick one player in the league to guard Kyrie Irving, I'd pick Drew Holiday.
Tristan Thompson averaged a double-double against the Nets.
Yeah, I literally picked Drew Holiday. And
Tristan Thompson. Imagine what Giannis is going to do.
Yeah, who else better?
Just like Pedro said, Bucks got the better D. Exactly.
Yeah, facts. And just
facts, Pedro. Bucks got the better D.
Pause.
Random question. Sorry to take it off that, but Boston does what this offseason? Because obviously Jason Tatum's a star. You're not going to trade him. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not trading Jason.
What does Boston do this offseason?
Reliably, you want to go first?
I mean, I've been going first all the time, so I was waiting for you, but I can go first. I could definitely see Kemba being. I could see Kemba being moved. There's definitely a world.
Who's gonna want him?
Because look, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are not getting traded. That's just the moral of the story. I just don't think there's so much they can do besides getting rid of their side pieces, like getting rid of Kemba, maybe throwing in Marcus Smart in a trade, maybe throwing in, improving the supporting cast, because it's not like they can trade Jaylen Brown or trade Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
So it's there's only so much they can do to improve their roster,
Shout out to Alan Bruce.
I agree with that.
For the super chat. I think you summed it up perfect.
That was perfect.
That was well done, man. Philly perfect. Take with RB said 76ers are going to be fully rested, waiting in our building for one of those teams to come to Philly for game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Wait, who do the Sixers play in round 2?
Knicks or Hawks?
Yeah, Knicks or Hawks.
Ooh.
What do you mean, ooh?
I don't know. I had to stir up some drama for the live stream.
Don't be silly, Suns. If Embiid's healthy, no one's beating Sixers.
Yeah, come on now.
Except for the Phoenix Suns.
We'll see. We'll see.
You think without Embiid, you still beat Knicks or Hawks?
No.
The Knicks aren't that good, man. I'd rather play the Hawks, dude. They're on a roll right now.
Bro, Julius Randle will average 4 points a game if he has to play Joel Embiid.
Dude, he's not playing good right now.
Yeah,
and I feel bad because the Knicks had such a good year.
He's a baby to Joel Embiid.
The Knicks are just the Sixers without Joel Embiid.
I mean, they're
literally
team,
the Sixers. They're offensively challenged. The Sixers are offensively challenged at times. It's just that we have Embiid who can put up 30 a night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and RJ Barrett's been god awful.
Yeah, Philly Take has a bet with his subscribers that if the Sixers go 7 games with the Wizards, he has to wear a Paul Neto jersey on stream. So low key, I would be really pissed off.
I think he's on the Wizards now.
No, he's on the Jazz.
He was a former Sixer.
Yeah,
and he was hated. But I saw like an Instagram thing of him like flirting with like 18-year-olds too. So I don't know if that's true, but I saw.
Do you guys think any All-Stars want to come to Phoenix after this season?
I mean, they got the culture now.
Yeah. And we already had an All-Star come.
What is your cap space? What's your cap space situation looking like after this year?
That's the thing, man. I don't even want to start talking about the offseason right now, but I mean, we're gonna have to pay DeAndre Ayton. We're gonna have to pay Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, you're not gonna have.
We're gonna be expensive as, you know.
Okay, Sunzi, this could be the
down. You gotta pay Mikal Bridges again.
I really
pay Mikal.
I really feel bad for saying this. You could full screen me on this.
Oh god! Here's a reliable rant. Hot take. Here we go.
All right, look, this is gonna make a lot of people mad. If you guys don't win if you guys don't win the chip this year and you pay if you pay all your teams so you can't move, I think you'll be a playoff team for the next 20 years and not a championship team. I don't see a championship for Phoenix in the next whatever amount of years if you pay all your players, because you won't look. If you play Mikal Bridges, you pay DeAndre Ayton, you have 4 like damn near max contracts on your team, you're not gonna have anywhere to move, and you're gonna be a normal playoff team. So like I literally think you're just gonna be the Celtics for the next like 10 years if that's happened. I'm just saying, this is what I think.
Jesus Christ.
I'll just say this, reliable. The Suns were out of the playoffs for 10 years. And yeah, they had their great moment in the bubble. But then all of a sudden, Chris Paul comes to the Phoenix Suns, Jay Crowder, all these other players, and all of a sudden we're 1 game away from going to the second round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my point being is you never know.
Yeah, but I'm
not saying we're going to win the championship anytime soon, but I mean,
I'm just saying, if you pay everybody and have no room to move, you're going to have that roster, which will develop. But man, if you pay everybody 4 or 5 year deals, like for those 5 years, like that probably will just result in a lot of conference championships or a lot of conference appearances. Like
Romp,
I just don't think paying this team is enough to win a championship.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like our bill's going to be expensive after this offseason.
I agree with that.
Before the season, I mean before the playoffs, I would not have signed Ayton, but you got to bring back this young core. I mean, it's no brainer. Look at the culture they're building. Like you said it. Like
absolutely,
I agree with that.
They look like they enjoy each other, so they're obviously going to grow together and like learn. They're all only like 22 years old. How old is Devin Booker? He's still like 19.
24, man.
No, I agree. He's been in the league for like 12 years and he's only 24. But you gotta sign Ayton at this point. He's killing and freaking. He's competing with Anthony Davis on the defensive end of the floor.
I agree with that. I agree with all that. I'm just saying, like, will that eventually be enough to win a championship if you pay everybody and can't move your roster around?
Alan, I owe you a beer, man. Two back-to-back $5 super chats. I owe you 2 beers, man. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody who's donated a super chat. Our Philly Take with RB and everybody else. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everyone who's watching too with our hot take playoff conversation. There wasn't really too much to talk about with the Suns game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you.
Man, I don't know if you can tell me your roster fully developed as a championship team.
In James Jones, I trust. I do agree with
with that.
I
don't know about Jalen Smith, though.
With what Mateo said. James Jones built this in how long? I agree. James Jones was here for like 2 years. Yeah, 2.5 years. Bro. Because that's the thing. Ryan McDonough, our former GM, got fired, like I think midway. And then James Jones took over, which at the time was kind of questionable. But it all worked, man. Like
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Look
I'm
at us
not
now,
debating
man.
that. Yeah, he's done an amazing job. I'm not debating that. I'm just saying.
The Suns really proved me wrong this series.
Okay, let's not act like we lost already. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Suns
they already
7 likes on the stream. I appreciate y'all. Hulk smash, destroy the.
Get it to 100, bro. Don't we have over 100 people?
We had like 180 at one point.
Yeah, score predictions for next game. I don't even want to do that because we'll see where we're at halftime. I'm so scared for Game 6, but I'm so ready to. We're 1 game away. 1 game.
I'll say this: if the Suns beat the Lakers in their house for Game 6, bro, in their house after just obliterated them, just absolutely destroying them mentally and physically, if they win that game, they're winning the Western Conference.
Without Anthony Davis, I think that's
even without Anthony Davis beating them at their court after what they did tonight, they just the Lakers are going to be playing hard after that embarrassing performance.
No, LeBron's just going to do what he does every season. He's going to be like, all right, now we have to win, so let's go do it. That's literally just going to be his mindset next game.
Yeah, but there's a but.
It's different because this team is something he's never seen before. So
and last year you had Rondo shooting 40% from 3. You had Caruso making shots. You had Markieff Morris or whatever Morris twin. I mix them up all the time, making every 3. So last year you guys had a lot of players step up, and this year no one's stepping up.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just responding to a comment.
No, you're good. Suns Geek, what do you think? How are you feeling right now? You got to be feeling good.
Suns in 6, man. And Romp, I don't know if you caught the very start of this chat. I was like, look, I don't think Lakers fans can use the AD excuse. I'm not trying to say that to be a dick or anything, but we didn't have Chris Paul for 2.5 games.
Yeah.
Can
I just confirm something? Because the chat's kind of coming from my head right now.
Yeah, go easy on my boy, reliable.
No. I just want to confirm. I'm not using it as
his neck.
I'm not using it as an excuse. If you were watching the stream earlier, you heard me insult the team about how we played tonight.
Yeah.
You
hate Kyle Kuzma, so that's all the proof I need.
Okay. But look, you can't tell me Anthony Davis when he's our whole offense. And our whole defense. So you wouldn't tell me you can't not use him as sort of a come on, you can't this is just should be common knowledge. Anthony Davis will impact the game in a way that is so much heavier than anybody else to this team. So it's you can't tell me he doesn't have an impact on the game. So it's at that point, it's just bro, Anthony Davis will help us win. That's literally all it is.
But Anthony Davis is always hurt. It's
he's glass, man.
He is glass.
Basically a part of the Lakers, you know. The Lakers are still the Lakers because you can't count
still have
on
LeBron James.
You know,
he's glass,
and you still got the GOAT LeBron James. You know, Damn.
Yeah, Mateo, I'm sorry. I butchered the sheesh earlier. My voice cracked when I said it. Sheesh. I hate that, but I love it at the same time.
Jack Peace with a nice comment.
What did Jack say? I'm sorry.
Not Drummond, though. That's not Drummond.
No, just I like the idea of it. I'm not saying Drummond.
I think I had that up earlier. Did he say we should bring in Drummond to?
Oh yeah, and if Drummond goes to the Suns after this, he's a bitch.
Where's that comment? Jack, I saw. Oh yeah, here we go. We should recruit Drummond to help AD. Guess what? I made a whole video on that, and I was totally open for the idea. But then he went to the Lakers, and here we are.
No, you guys need honestly a Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol type player,
I would love Marc Gasol because reliable. Like I told you in game,
I love Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol can hit those wide open threes because no one's going to guard him.
He's veteran leadership.
Yep, he's got the veteran Hall of Fame leadership.
Oh shit, I don't know about that. But...
Dude, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
You think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Are we saying
I've always been a fan of Marc Gasol. I'm sorry.
What about you?
Oh yeah, Marc Gasol's a Hall of Famer, and he's coming to Philly next year. Nice stretch 5.
Kareem Abdul-Drummond. What is going on?
And I respect Marc Gasol because he respects Embiid, so he thinks Embiid's really good, and that's why he consoled him after the Game 7 loss. So I
Is there
have
someone
a
who
lot of
doesn't-
respect for Marc Gasol.
Is there someone who doesn't think Anthony Davis? I mean, is there someone who doesn't think Joel Embiid is really good?
Suns Geek.
No. Look, okay, Sunzi, if you don't think Joel Embiid is quote really good, like, come on, bro.
Romp, you know how I feel.
I know, I'm just strong.
Yeah, I know, but bro, you still think you think Joel Embiid isn't a superstar?
Dude, I trash on Luka all the time, and I know that he's great. I know that Joel Embiid's great. Like, I just talk crap because I have to talk crap.
Just making sure. I always have Romp's back on Joel.
At the end of the day, I always say this. Yes, I am a super diehard Suns fan, but at the end of the day, I just love basketball. That's why I said earlier, I know that it's easy to criticize LeBron, but at the end of the day, I love LeBron. He's the king of the NBA. So, sorry, Suns fans, don't hate me, okay?
Yeah. Although, but when it comes to debating, he's best as a Suns fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about No, I'm playing. I was about to go somewhere.
Oh, don't say it.
Don't bring up the Jimmy Butler.
No. Guys, we were talking
We'll be here
for,
for 3 more hours.
God,
I need my.
I would just end this live stream and fire up a new one real quick.
Suns Geek. So like, give us some predictions, man.
For Game 6.
Yeah.
Lakers,
Who's the X factor?
Great questions. Lakers do respond. Suns start off a little slow. X factor is our bench. I'm going to cop out and say our bench. And I'm not talking about Campaign. Campaign at this point is a starter. Cameron Johnson's got to be big. You know what? I'll mention someone from our starting lineup. Mikal Bridges, like tonight, he's got to be big. He was big tonight. Who am I forgetting? I don't know. But the bench. And we got to hit threes. Someone mentioned this in the chat earlier. We can't turn the ball over. Absolutely not. And hopefully we had a good 3-point shooting night tonight, despite what the percentage tells you. But we got to have another good 3-point shooting night. What do you guys think?
Sunsky just listed every positive thing about basketball.
Bro, Pedro with the comment of the night. Go up to.
God. Okay.
Wait, let me see.
This is the comment of the night. This is the comment of the night.
Ayton is the X factor, that one?
No. That's so
Pedro,
true.
you're the MVP, man.
Yeah,
you're the MVP,
was here since day one, bro. This is Suns OG.
It's true.
Pedro,
the lit.
I've been saying this all night to other people in the chat, but I don't even know if you're able to drink, but I owe you a beer, man. I'm sorry. That was awesome. That was
I have a question for you, Suns Geek.
Yes.
If you end up losing this series, will you be proud?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I was having a conversation. Yeah, I think I talked to Romp about. I talked to lots of people about this. I was like, now, granted, if we would have gotten swept, I would have been disappointed. Yeah, it would have been like it would have been a bittersweet disappointment. Okay, so great question, but come on, man.
Because Suns fans are so hard on themselves.
Think of it this way:
it's like hard for Suns fans to give themselves credit.
This is a horrible reference, but think about it. One day, the Sacramento Kings of all teams are going to make the playoffs. And even if they go out in the first round, it's still a successful season for them because they haven't been in the playoffs in years. So
I wouldn't give the Sacramento Kings that much credit.
It was a horrible.
I don't think they're ever going to make it.
Thank you to Pedro for the awesome comment. I'm going to screen cap that and and Alan, man, bro, thank you so much, man. You don't gotta. Thank you, man. I don't want you wasting all your money on me, but I truly, truly appreciate it, man.
Give me more money.
Give me more money. I am visiting Phoenix in June, so
is that when the finals will be?
Dude, the fact I'm going in like 20-something days, and the Suns could possibly be in the second round of the playoffs by then.
Do you think you want to grab tickets to if you guys are in the playoffs?
I'll be broke.
Suns Geek, do you think a Sixers Suns finals would ruin our friendship?
No. Want to know why?
Why?
Because our homies, the Daily Drip, run it. Philly take with RB and run it back. Philly would be our They'd be like our balance, you know.
No, they would be fine because the funny thing is I hate the Sixers more than you. Like that's the thing about Sixers fans.
Amen,
we will call out the team before
you're getting a solo layup for that one.
No, like Sons Geek, if we lost, we would be ranting the whole time, and you would be like, "No, dude, the Sixers played good," and I would be like, "No, Simmons sucks. Trade him." That's just how it is in Philly, man.
That's just how it is.
You take me off the screen, man. I'm getting nervous. Jeez, man.
Romp, why don't you go ahead? No, I'm just kidding. No, man, I agree with you, and you know this from this season, and really in the past, it's the same way with Suns fans, man. I mean, we're hard on our team, but that's how you got to be, man.
That's honestly how it is with every fan of every NBA team. Let's be honest. Like you see me being hard on my team, you see Brandon being hard on his team, you see Romp being hard on his team. Like,
Pedro says, "Yeah, Romp 76ers chat. I got to show love tomorrow. Yeah, subscribe to Romp 2.0. Subscribe to them all. Subscribe to Reliable Rants.
Terrible content creator.
Yeah. Don't subscribe.
Bitcoin.
I was gonna say something. No, I forget. Fuck.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, Alan. But cheers to you, brother.
I think Alan's is drunk.
He is hammered. Right
Alan.
Yo, he is hammered right now.
I want you to walk up to me when I visit Phoenix.
Bro, make sure he doesn't donate like $700.
Alan, I want you to walk up to me when I visit Phoenix in June and say, Sons Geek, you owe me 3 beers. I spent $15 on your live stream. And I'll buy you $15 worth of beer.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say shout out to Devin Booker because remember we were on him a couple live streams ago.
Oh hell
no,
yeah.
You were on him, bro.
Yeah, I was on him.
You would talk about.
I've been on him all season.
Bro. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Alan's definitely drunk, man. His wife's like, "Stop donating, get to bed."
Bro, he has to take away the super chat.
He's like, just one more donation to Sons Geek. One more.
You know what, Alan?
I swear.
I don't care what these haters are saying. I love you, man. You're wasting your money on me, and I love you, man.
It goes back to the channel, right, Sons Geek? It goes back to the channel.
Yeah, it goes right back into the channel, man. I gotta buy a new ring light. I gotta buy a better equipment.
No,
he should go towards finals tickets.
No, he needs to get his. He needs to get some colored pencils for his students.
Yeah, that too, man.
No laughs, man. I thought that would get some laughs.
Oh man,
it was a good one.
David says, Suns did great tonight. I'll be really sad if they lose in 7 games after gaining a 3-2 series.
Hey, I got a lull from Roy. I'll take it.
I don't want them to become the 2001 Yankees, which the Diamondbacks beat, by the way, and even though I'm a D-backs fan. Pedro says, hey, Geek, deserve this, bro. I just think we were last place 2 years ago. Yeah, we were 19 and what, like 60-something? Absolutely. Joshua says, who else is rewatching the game right now? I'm going to.
I'd rather die.
See that comment?
Which one?
Dude, why you look high, Sons Geek?
Well, who said that? How dare you?
That's so funny.
He's tired, man. He's tired.
Oh, here we go.
Dude, why you?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't drinking during one of the greatest Phoenix Suns games ever.
Okay, no. It wasn't. Bro.
No, it was reliable.
Bro, you were playing against a YMCA team. Come on, bro.
Who has LeBron James
that
on
doesn't,
their
no.
roster?
Yeah, they made them look like a YMCA.
No.
YMCA team,
come on,
Suns in 6.
No.
Done.
Go, Suns, go.
Bro, come on.
Suns, go.
Come on. Sure, I guess. But, bro, we did not come out to win. You can't be proud of that. I mean, you can be proud of that.
Your team is like, they don't even know each other, bro. You guys like just farm in new talent every year. You're like, oh, we'll get this free agent this year.
We're not a team. When are people going to realize we're not a team? We're just a group of individuals.
Yeah, you're not a team. Exactly. That's why I don't vote for you guys.
We're a group of individuals with 2 of the best players in the world.
That's why I don't vote. That's why I don't vote for the Lakers, because you're not a team, because you guys attract all the free agents. No, we have built a storyline of the process. Same with the Suns being shitty for years.
We call it, quote, the timeline.
Yeah,
shout out to the timeline podcast.
The process.
Your timeline is just, oh, we'll buy this guy, and then we'll buy that guy.
I'm sorry, we're from LA. All right, what do you want me to do?
I'm not trying to.
Freaking lollipop. I'm sorry.
I just don't like the Lakers or Los Angeles in that matter. No offense, Reliable.
And Symbiote, bro. He's from LA.
Oh, I like Symbiote.
Shout out to our fallen YouTube friend Symbiote. We need to get him back on the channel.
He just said fallen. That's crazy.
Someone asked oh, you're gonna read this comment.
Paul says from 19 to 63 to 51 and 21, and 1 win away from knocking out the defending champs. Not too bad for 2 years, eh?
Reliable. Do
I have to say anything?
Reliable. Look at the chat right now.
Paul.
Do you even want to win as a Lakers fan? Look at
Paul's the MVP. Paul's one of the MVPs.
Look at what it means to Phoenix. Did you see the fans? Like, did you see the videos on Twitter of the Phoenix fans going crazy?
If we were doing a Lakers live stream right now, come on, bro.
This means more to Phoenix, bro. You should just jump the ship. Just jump the ship now and start voting for Phoenix, man. Because
stop.
It would be. It's just a better story, you know. Take one for the team, Reliable. Come on now.
Phoenix, if I'm saying that correctly.
It's funny because you're making me feel like weirdly bad right now.
How drunk are you going to get if the Suns win on Thursday?
Unsafely drunk.
Do you see him now? He can barely even move. He's streaming under the influence. Is this even allowed?
Bro, somebody's only got underwear on.
All right.
I just think Paul's comment.
Bro, what are Roy's? Bro, Roy's questions are so weird. He asked earlier.
It's always Dwayne Bacon.
No. He asked
goes
earlier.
Live stream without Dwayne Bacon, man.
He asked earlier
the consistency.
He asked earlier Jared Dudley or Jalen Smith, which is the most irrelevant question. Now he's asking Dragan Bender or Dwayne Bacon.
Don't disrespect the homie Roy, man. Okay, that's the.
Don't disrespect Jalen Smith either.
I love you, Roy.
Starting. You should have started the second half. That's how bad you're killing them.
Matthew says, "I'm so thankful that my day off is Thursday. If we win on Thursday, I'm gonna be hammered. You should be hammered anyway."
We have Anthony Davis. There is no scenario on earth you're winning on Thursday.
I think you guys are defeated mentally and physically.
We are, but I just don't see LeBron coming out and not showing up.
This ain't the LeBron, though. This ain't the LeBron we know and love.
Yes,
this
it is, bro.
This is like
besides being
LeBron.
a Suns fan, I want the Suns to win just to show how valuable teamwork and good character wins.
It's really bad because I agree with that, but of
course, that's what you were saying, Reliable.
Exactly why you should jump ship now.
Yeah, exactly, Romp. Shut the fuck up.
Just we can order you a Suns jersey right now.
You're just making me feel bad.
Why are you making?
Why are you? I'm just feeling bad. I just feel bad now, but I'm not. There's no way in hell.
You are a Lakers fan, and you're letting the chat down because you just admit that it would be a better story if the Suns won. That's all you got to do.
No, of course it would. What? Of course. What?
All right, that's all I wanted.
That's like a given. You think yeah, of course, but that's no.
All right, that's all I wanted.
Pedro says,
I'll stop trolling now.
Gear. Bro, when you coming out with the gear? Maybe when I hit 10K subscribers, I'll come out with some merch.
All right, I insulted Roy. Now he's trying to just trick with me.
The Lakers get the guys if they lose in Game 6.
I hate to cut off this legendary chat, but I'm just I don't even know what there is to talk about. So if you guys got anything else, now's your chance.
AKA he's drunk.
No, I'm just happy and high on life and drunk off this win and Suns in 6.
Holy shit, this guy Austin is tripping. He said
Austin,
LeBron is going to retire it.
LeBron's not retiring anytime soon.
No, LeBron's going to go to Phoenix if he loses. He's going to join. He's going to join the super team in Phoenix.
maybe if it was KD playing them.
That's true. No, LeBron's going to end up on the Nets somehow.
He'll end up on whatever team Bronny is on.
You guys got any final thoughts?
Man, I can be here all day. I'm not going to lie.
I just really don't know there is to talk about, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I could start up another stream real quick, but I don't know how many people
What's the point of that, Suns Geek? You're already live. Are you
why would we start up a new one?
Because this is a special live stream, and you got to kind of give it its moment. Kind of like the Suns in Game 5. You got to give it their moment, you know? And just appreciate.
Hitman X is late to the party.
Oh, that's
now
my
you're going
homie
to end
right
it
there, man.
on Hitman X.
Hitman X, I need you to save us, man. I need you to come
We
with
just
the
need a good
bro.
question in the chat that we could rant about. Give us a good question. If they don't come with a good question, then
Sam Gonzalez says Suns Geek story time.
Yeah, give us a story.
So, no one wants to hear
what's your favorite moment as a Phoenix Suns fan?
No, I have a better one. Bro, talk about the first time you got your teaching degree.
No one wants to hear my boring life story. Matthew says, can we get a live stream along with Game 6 and we can all drink together? I might have to do something like that sometime. I'd love to do like a subscriber fan thing and just let people hop on here and drink.
You should do a call-in show.
Yeah, like a quote call-in show. Yeah,
RB does that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we should do that. We should like send one person the link for like 2 minutes and then say like just keep doing that.
That's what I've been thinking of doing. But at the same time, I'm so like, it's hard to do that during games. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe though.
You're probably violent during the Suns game. So I'm violent during the Sixers game, so I could only imagine Suns Geek. He's probably unleashed, cursing at Devin Booker. Are you Suns Geek?
I'm just trying to read some like comments and questions here, so I don't put me on the spot right now. Wow, we really got nothing, huh? Nothing.
Chat's letting us down, man. Iverson.
What Iverson? Say? Suns and 6. That's all I'm gonna say. Suns and 6. All right.
Okay, yeah, I just think I don't know. This guy Kennerit Wise. I hope I don't pronouncing that right. He said, "I love how people just say the Lakers have a bad shooting game without giving credit to our awesome defense." I agree with that, but I just think I agree with that. I just think tonight the reason we had a bad shooting game was on us. You know, I just think it was on us because of how we were playing, like just the energy we had.
I'll admit you guys had good defense. Maybe the first. I mean, you guys did hold us like 99 points in game 1. But
please read Roy's comment. That is funny. What's worse, being a Dario fan or being a Lakers fan?
Well, I'm just not laughing.
Come on, man. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Daniel says, everyone knows not to bother me during a Suns game, especially if it's a close one. That's why I couldn't really – I got to do that call-in stuff during the regular season because, like, during a playoff game, I can't. Because
now you guys you're at the point where the regular season doesn't matter. You're just going to be like, no biggie.
Iverson Vlog says, I don't know what was worse, Jay Crowder disappearing from 3 of the first few games or LeBron disappearing from the bench in the 4th.
No, that's just what he does. That's what LeBron does. I'm just not surprised. He's on top.
A Bender fan. That's fine.
Hey, I have 2 Dragan Benders jerseys in my closet.
He says that every time.
I am proud of that. And when we win the championship, I'm going to remember you, Dragan Bender.
Bro, this dude, Austin Ratliff.
I mean, Campaign's playing like prime.
Yes, but I know you can't you just don't disrespect us. You still look. I know
better than CP3 this series, low key.
We played ass, but it's like, look, we're still the defending champs. Okay, put some respect on our name, please.
If we can weather the Lakers' early storm, that's what I said.
That's true.
It's true. Like weather the Lakers' early storm, we got to come out strong.
I thought he just wasn't speaking English for a second.
Nope, I 100% agree.
Yeah, I get it. Because again, it's how you start in these games. It's how you start.
All right, y'all. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We had so many people in here. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for everybody who was generous enough to donate with Super Chat. You guys totally didn't have to do that. I'm forever grateful. Please subscribe. Please. I'm trying to cover all of the Sun stuff, all the Suns playoff news. I always use the excuse I'm a one-man show because I am. Please subscribe, guys. Destroy the like button. If you're watching this afterwards and you somehow made it an hour and 35 minutes in, destroy the like button. I don't want the like button to exist after this. Destroy it. Subscribe to Reliable Rant. Subscribe to Romp 2.0. Thank you to, Philly Take with RB and the Daily Drip and everybody. Thank you to Alan, who was donating all those super chats. Thank you guys. Hitman X, all you guys.
Shout out to Roy.
Shout out to Roy, Daniel, Pedro.
We have a final question.
All right, last question.
For Suns Geek. Miguel Lopez just said a very good question. He said, all jokes aside, game on the line, who do you want the ball in their hands, CP3 or D-Book?
Healthy CP3, healthy CP3.
Healthy CP3. Healthy CP3.
Wow, really?
But
CP3.
Booker's had some clutch moments, but Chris Paul, man.
I feel like if there's like 0.8 you need a score, I'd give it to D-Book.
Andrew says, thanks, Suns Geek. Appreciate your videos. Thank you, Andrew. You've been a long-time subscriber. All right, guys. I'm done.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
I'm mentally and physically checked out. Reliable, don't leave the chat, by the way, because you always do that. All right, love you guys. God bless you. Stay in the chat, Reliable. Go Suns, go. Suns in 6. Rally the...